thing on? Hey everybody, my name is Marcella Dominguez. Hi everybody, my name is Marcella Dominguez. I have been helping small and medium-sized companies online and offline for a couple of years now. So if you're new, make sure that you hit the subscribe and that you share this button on your social media. All you have to do is click the little share button, copy the URL, and share it to your social platforms. Today's video, we are talking about what is a USPTO specimen. A specimen is super important to the USPTO because it shows the USPTO how you are using your mark, your trademark in commerce. Now, why is it even important to show the USPTO how you're using your mark in commerce? Well, listen, having a registered trademark is super important, and it is necessary. It is a requirement before you are able to secure a registered trademark. So using your trademark in commerce is a requirement in order for you to obtain a registered trademark. So all of the registered trademarks that you see on the database are a result of actual use. So what does actual use mean? Actual use means that you are using your product, you are actively marketing your product, and you are consistently selling. And so if you are doing all of those things, then you should have a way to prove to the USPTO that you are actively using your trademark in commerce. So the most common way to provide a specimen is through a website. Now, you don't have to have a website, but it is one of the most common ways to provide a specimen to the USPTO. So when you provide a specimen, you will, provided you have had sales, you will take a screenshot of your website. And if it's a service-based website, then you need to be displaying the name somewhere, and the best place is always at the top left corner of your site. And then there's going to be a description of your services somewhere there. So it's a great idea to just press Control P on your computer, and then you're going to see a little box at the top right where a drop-down menu will appear, and you can either print the page or you can save it as a PDF. So you're going to want to save it as a PDF. Now, saving it as a PDF is super important because when you do that, there will automatically be a timestamp on it. And the USPTO has recently changed their rules around specimen, requiring all specimen to have a timestamp. So again, a specimen can come in the form of a website for a product or service-based business. But if you're a product-based business, then it could also come in the form of the product itself might have the trademark on it. The tags, the labels might have the trademark on it, the product packaging. So there's different ways to be able to show a specimen. Now, are they going to ask you for receipts of past sales? No, the trademark office will not ask you for receipts of past sales. But when you fill out this information, you're basically affirming to this data. It's like the equivalent of being under oath and almost testifying and saying everything that I'm saying to you is truthful and it is correct. And so you don't want to lie, and you don't want to fill out this information if it is not true that you have been using your trademark in commerce. So lots of times people want to know, well, can I just, make a couple sales on the weekend and then call it good? Well, if you don't really know that it's possible to continue to sell and continue to use your trademark in commerce, then I don't like getting that question, because having a trademark requires a commitment to consistent sales, marketing, advertising, and selling of your product, because that is consistent use of your trademark. So if you're not really doing all those things and you're just kind of letting it sit there, then you're vulnerable and you're open to arguments and to people stealing your brand and to basically weakening your possession and ownership over that brand. So you want to do things right. But again, this is about a specimen and just providing a proper proof to the USPTO of how you're using your trademark. So if you have a service-based business, then obviously you're not going to have like a product, you're not going to show tags or labels or product packaging because it's a service, right? So usually websites are most appropriate for service-based businesses. Maybe you have brochures, flyers, business cards, any type of advertisement that describes the type of services that you offer, and of course including the name of your business or the logo, whatever it is that you're trying to register. So you want to make sure that whatever you submit, again, is actually what you are using to promote and advertise and market your business, because that is what the USPTO wants to see. You shouldn't submit something that's ancient and old and you used like 15 years ago, or that you used like on day one of your business and you're now, you know, into your 10th year. Like, use the latest marketing tool that you've used to advertise your business that you are still using to this day. So if you have any questions about your specimen and if that is a good specimen to submit to the USPTO, then you can always send us an email. It's free. You can set up a consultation, which is really the quickest way to get my personal attention. And so I'm more than happy to help you. Specimen issues are so common and it shouldn't be that difficult, but sometimes I think it could be difficult to be objective when you're talking about your own brand. So make sure you have the right idea when you're submitting a specimen. And if you have any questions about it, then feel free to schedule a consult, and the link will be in the description below. And I want you to make sure that you also watch this video, because this issue is pretty important as well. And the least amount of mistakes that you make in your application, then, you know, the more efficient the process in getting you to a registered trademark. So whenever there's an issue, obviously it halts the process, because then you have to stop and respond to the issue, and then the examiner has to review it, and then it'll go on its merry way. But if you can avoid any issue altogether, it's kind of like taking a road trip without making any pit stops. So that's the best analogy I can give. And if you want to make a road trip and fast track your way to a trademark registration, then make sure that it is smooth sailing and by submitting the proper specimen. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and tell me what you want to know about in the next video. I look forward to talking to you and also reading your comments.